Are you Alfred?
What the heck? How are you doing that?
5 in a row. Suck it.
Nando and Gabe.
Alright, so what's up guys? I'm going to teach you how to play with yourselves today. Or how to be Wheezy Waiter if you prefer that. Right, I simply refuse to miss another video because Premiere over here doesn't recognize the stuff from my screen capture program. So, you're going to be watching my camera, recording my screen that I'm straddling between my legs. No, I'm straddling the camera's tripod between my legs, not my screen, but still. So, what we're going to be doing is this. Are you Alfred?
What the heck? How are you doing that?
So, to get started, we open up After Effects, we've got here, and then you're going to import your footage. To do that, really easy. File, import, file, and then wherever. It's also Control I for all you shortcut savvy people. So what we're going to do, once you got all your footage here, it'll be in your project window. You're going to go find the first piece of footage you have, which for me is this one. Drop it into the new comp button over here. So there we go, new comp, and here's our footage we just dropped in. You might have shot your two parts in the one video. If so, what you're going to do, you're just going to grab it again and drop it in underneath, so now you got two iterations of it. So, no problem. But for me, I record them in two separate ones. So I'm going to go grab the other one. Pull underneath. So now what we're going to do, we're going to find what we want from the first part, which for me it's towards the end of this first clip. So I'm going to rewind to just before I go to move out of shot. Quick word of advice, when shooting these things, just stay still at the start and end of it for a lot longer than you think you need, just to be safe. So, say about there. And trim that up. Now we're going to pull this guy to the first frame, just so it's the first frame. So there we go, first frame now starts just when I want it to. So now we're going to turn this off with the I button over here. And coming down, here's our second footage underneath, because the top one is now not visible. So once again, we're going to find the bit we want, which for me this time is in the middle somewhere. Right there. Trim it from the end. Go back to where I want from the start, say there. Seems good. Seems good a place to me. And once again, pull this up to the start. So now what we're going to do, we can see the bottom one, or we can see the top one. We can't see them both at the same time. So we're going to do, with this one now on, click on it and press T. That brings up the opacity options. The reason it's not O is because O does something else. It goes to the out point, apparently. So anyway, pressing T, you get the opacity. You're going to drop it to about 50%, just grab and slide. So now you can see both patties, you know, they're a bit see-through, but you can see, but you can kind of scrub through and line them up, which actually, these are fairly close to what I want. So what I want is when this patty reacts, because he's pissed off, just a second after, I want this one to start cheering, so. Scrubbing through. I already seem to move pretty much at the same time, which could be interesting. And all the other takes, these never lined up, so this is a bit odd. But yeah, what you can do, you can just grab and slide them, but I kind of like where they are. So now what we're going to do, we're going to bring the opacity on the top layer back up. So now here's where the big trick to this effect comes in. What you're going to do is go up here to the rectangular mask. Click it, and you're going to draw a big box. And when I say big, like I want you to cut where you want to divide your footage, but outside it I want the box to be much bigger than the area you need. I'll explain why in a minute. So there we go, we've got our box done out, and you can see both of them in their full glory. This patty and this patty, as when you scrub through. But if you clear the line and look, if you zoom in, you can kind of see there's a line in the footage because this side is darker than this side. So how do we fix that? Very easy. Clicking on the mask down here, you're going to press F and bring up the mask feather options. Sorry, I hit you. And then just ramp that up as high as it needs to be. I'm going to ramp it much harder than I think it even needs. So there we go. The line is gone. Well, actually it's not gone, but it's faded so unbelievably. It's like the opacity we had earlier, just it ramps up. So now we have two patties. in a seamless little room together. Oh, it should be noted, bumping up the feathering will slow down your render. To bring the box back, and now if I was to make it much smaller, so say it's just hugging the edges of Paddy. It's sort right here. And now, when I bring in the feathering, if I ramp it up, the edges of me start to disappear. So that's why your box has to be much, much bigger. Now that you've got it like this, just double check everything, because After Effects, when you're scrubbing through, won't play any sound. So what you're going to do, you're going over to your preview window. By the way, if this isn't here, just go up to Window, Window, Preview, or Control-3 for all you shortcut savvy people. And then just press this guy to RAM preview it, and it'll start building this little line. And then once it's built, you got something like this.
How are you doing that?
5 in a row. Suck it.
Nando and Gabe.